So I blame about the new Prada Luna Rossa Carbon Eau de Parfum. I rarely blame about fragrances this fast, but I clicked buy right away with this one. If you're a subscriber, then you know that I think the Prada Luna Rossa line is a fantastic one and also an incredibly underrated one. And the OG Luna Rossa together with Luna Rossa Carbon, the Eau de Toilette, are definitely among some of my favorite fragrances for everyday use. So like a first look at the bottle, I mean, this pretty much looks like the previous version, but a bit different over here. And here you can see the difference. So basically the new one is a bit darker. When it comes to price, I paid about $175 for 100 ml of this. And I think, but I could be wrong, that $175 for 100 ml is the highest I ever paid for a Luna Rossa. So basically what I'm trying to say is that this ain't a cheapie. Let's just hope this is a good blind buy. And up in the air first. Okay, I do feel this is different compared to the OG and definitely different in a really nice way. So I was just about to spray this thing on my arm, but I'm sitting here in this beautiful scent cloud that to my nose definitely has something a bit aromatic fresh, but with like a gorgeous kind of amber warmth all around me. So I gotta spray this one on skin, but I'm sitting here trying to figure out what's going on. I don't have any notes. This definitely gives me a really nice kind of aromatic freshness. It definitely has this gorgeous amber warmth going on. It definitely has a slight hint of sweetness going on as well. And there's something else that I really don't know what it is, but I actually really like it. So let's go straight to on skin as well. On skin, this thing pretty much smells like quite a prominent dose of something quite aromatic fresh. It's lavender or sage or the combo of those. On skin, this doesn't go sort of all in on the amber warmth that I got when I sprayed it up in the air, but there's definitely something a bit ambery in the opening as well. Okay, you know what? Just a minute later, forget about what I just said. There's definitely something, but I mean, it could be my nose that's wrong on this one, but there's definitely quite a prominent sort of amberiness slash ambery sweetness going on in the opening as well. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I do not know what the other thing is on skin either. There's something else that is absolutely gorgeous, but that is also something that I don't know what it is. And just to compare, I'm gonna spray on the OG on my right arm just to see. Yeah, there's definitely right away a difference between these two. The OG Luna Rossa Carbon is definitely a bit lighter, definitely quite a bit fresher in the opening, with a more nuanced kind of freshness if you compare it to the new Eau de Parfum, which to me opens up in a bit sort of a darker way. So yeah, right now what I'm basically getting is quite a prominent dose of aromatic freshness and brightness. That freshness is combined with a gorgeous dose of amber warmth and a tiny bit of sweetness, and there's also a hint of spiciness to it. And the more the whole thing goes into the dry down, the more I'm picking up on something that is quite woody. And I'm sorry, I know that scent that I don't know what it is. I know it, I have something sort of a similar but with a twist in something else, but I just don't know exactly what it is. And I mean, the more the whole thing goes into the drawdown, the more I'm picking up on something that is quite woody. So the drawdown to me is mostly about something woody. The amber warmth and shine is all around me and on my skin, and you still have a bit of aromatic freshness. And I do feel there's something a bit sweet in here as well. But sometimes my nose is fooled by quite intensely amber warm scents. Sometimes amber warmth to my nose comes across as a bit sweet as well. I mean, there's just something, at least to my nose, quite intoxicating in this thing. So here are my initial thoughts on the vibe of Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, the Eau de Parfum. I do feel that quite intensely amber warm scents, such as this one, and whatever that thing that I don't know what it is, that combo, at least in here, is something extremely sexy. Like a big dose of sexiness together with a hint of class and elegance. When it comes to performance, I really feel I gotta wear it more. However, based on how we still lingers in the air around me, the scent cloud all around me, together with how this thing comes off my skin, I definitely feel this has better performance than the OG. I am going to update you in a future video, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. But right now, this is definitely above average. I'm gonna put this somewhere around 7 or 8 when it comes to performance, at least when we're talking about initial projection. So let's talk a bit about usage here. This definitely has quite a prominent, at least to my nose, and at least based on my very initial first impressions of it, quite a prominent dose of ambery warmth. However, I do not feel this is something overly heavy, overly intense, or overly deep in any way. So this is definitely something at least I am going to use all throughout the year, but with a focus on spring, summer nights, fall and winter. But I mean, this is definitely something I feel you can use pretty much throughout the year. But with that said, this, at least to my nose, is not a freshie. So this will most likely not be the first thing that I will be thinking of reaching for on a super warm day. As for occasions, I mean, the sexy vibe of a Luna Rossa Carbon, the Eau de Parfum, is definitely something I feel leans more towards like date nights, going out, or when you're going on a date. But I mean, you could definitely wear this to work or school as well. So who is Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, the Eau de Parfum for? This is in a way a bit tricky one, because there's something in here that I find absolutely gorgeous, but that I don't know exactly what it is. So like always, make sure you try it before you buy it. But what I can say, if you usually like a bit of aromatic freshness and brightness, and if you usually enjoy quite ambery scents, then I do feel you might enjoy this. So like a really quick one when it comes to alternatives, the first thing that came across my mind was Rabanne Invictus Victor Absolute. And I think it's the ambery side of Carbon Eau de Parfum that made me think of the gorgeous amberiness together with the extremely creamy and smooth woodiness that Invictus Victor Absolute has. However, Invictus Victor Absolute doesn't have that thing that I don't know exactly what it is that's in Carbon Eau de Parfum. For an alternative in the Luna Rossa line, you have the OG Carbon. For my thoughts on the OG Luna Rossa Carbon, I'm gonna link to my perfect everyday fragrances for men somewhere up here and in the description below. The OG Carbon is still one of the best for everyday use. But I mean, you also have Luna Rossa Ocean, the Eau de Parfum, which is also quite intensely ambery with a prominent woodiness. These two, however, are very different. Luna Rossa Ocean, the Eau de Parfum, has quite a prominent dose of vanilla to it, and this thing is, at least to my nose, extremely creamy and balsamic. While Carbon Eau de Parfum is also quite intensely ambery with a prominent dose of woodiness, at least in the dry run, and at least based on my very first impressions of it, I do not feel this is as sort of balsamic and creamy like this. So what are my final thoughts on Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, the Eau de Parfum? So let's make this super simple. I'm absolutely blown away by how gorgeous this thing is. I'm a big fan of aromatic freshness, and I absolutely love a well-made ambery warm scents, and this does that, but with something else to it that to my nose is absolutely intoxicating. I'm sorry that I can't pick up on or describe exactly what it is that I'm picking up on, but what I can say is that I do find this to be a fantastic scent. I also feel this is, dare I say it, better than the OG Carbon, but I also feel they are actually doing two different things. This is probably one of my absolute favorite releases so far this year, and I bought so many fragrances that I should really not be buying backup bottles of something that is brand new, but I might actually do that with this one. So there you go, my initial thoughts on the new Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, the Eau de Parfum. Once again, sorry that I couldn't properly describe what it is, that I actually don't know exactly what it is. Now, I would absolutely love to know how you feel about the new Prada Luna Rossa Carbon Eau de Parfum. Is it a like? Is it a dislike? Do you feel it's mid? Do you absolutely love it, hate it? Let me know in the comments. Please drop a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my other videos over there.